Okay, so the other thing we're going to talk about tonight, and we'll save the other two for another day. Yeah, we'll save the other two for another day. So the other thing we're going to talk about tonight is the modern day driving people out of the temple. All right, you remember that story, Jesus? What is it? The Gospel of John, chapter 2, I believe. He goes into the temple. People are selling stuff they shouldn't be selling. They're behaving the ways they shouldn't be behaving. He makes a whip. He flips over tables and he drives them out of the temple. It's kind of like when he gets on the Pharisees' bad side and gets on their radar. He does it because he finds what they're doing in the temple is just not okay. It's not how God would want people to behave in the house of the Lord. Now, this morning I did a video, and in that video, I talked about a state senator, an Oklahoma state senator by the name of Tom Woods, who called some of our brothers and sisters filth. Okay, he called them. We don't want that kind of filth in Oklahoma. And for what it's worth, he was given an opportunity to apologize. The media, of course, went to him and said, well, did you really mean this? Do you want to take this back? And he went, nope. I believe what I believe. Something along those lines. You should check it out for yourself just to see. I'm paraphrasing deeply. A lot of you, when I said, I'd like to call this guy an asshat, but I shouldn't. Because I shouldn't call people names. And I said, I don't want to sink to his level. I don't want to sink to his level and start name calling it. It's just not the way of Jesus. And a lot of you said, nah, go for it. It's okay. It's good. We're fine. Or they said, I'll do it for you. Or one person in particular was being, great about it. Their comment was, righteous indignation, Padre. Even Jesus threw the money changers out of the temple. And that made me think of Jesus cleansing the temple. Jesus kicking people out, right? Giving people the boot. That made me think of Jesus giving people the boot. So, name calling's not going to work. It's not. I shouldn't call people names, despite the fact that you might want me to. I shouldn't call him or anybody else an asshat, and I shouldn't have called those other people asshats as much as they deserve it. We have to rise above. We're not going to win. We're not going to increase justice, and we're not going to bring about more tolerance by sinking to that place. It's only by rising above it. It's only by rising above it and making them come to us and have these discussions where we are, as opposed to down there in the mud where they are. Down there in the filth where they are. So then what are we supposed to do? Well, that friend that presented me with the audio clip of State Senator Tom Woods also gave me the answer for that today. Sent me a Facebook message and said, yeah, you know what? You know what I did today? I called a friend of mine who's running for state representative, I believe, and I am going to help them in their campaign. That's how you do it. That's how we clear the temple today. That's how we cleanse the temple today. That's how we drive them out. We drive them out of the place that they receive their benefits and they receive their rewards. We drive them out of the place where they receive their rewards. That's a perfect way of saying it, which means maybe we recall them. Maybe we start petitions to have them censored. Maybe we do everything we can to work for those candidates who are trying to take the seat, trying to give them a loss in the next election. And even if we're not from that state or not from that province, we can still make a difference. We can throw our support behind the candidates in our ridings or in our jurisdictions who we think will do the work that we believe in, who will behave in the ways that we believe are loving and merciful. Those people who do exemplify the fruits of the Spirit that Paul talks to us about. People that do exemplify the life that I think Jesus asks us to live. Lives of mercy, lives of compassion, lives of patience and forbearance, lives of charity, mercy, and ultimately of love. We're not powerless here. We're not powerless. There are legal, electoral, political ways for us to make sure that people like State Senator Tom Woods understand just how displeased we are and how disappointed we are in his failure to live up to those Christian values that he claims to have. And forget about the Christian values, that live up to just a basic human standard of civility. There are ways for us to do that we don't have to climb down there in the slop and have it out with them. We don't have to mimic them or become them. We can be the people of love that you are, that we are. We can just be people of light, unsullied by the filth that he and people like him spew. Righteous indignation, sure, I'm with you. But let that righteous indignation become something else. Let it become action. Let it become activism. Amen.